you mentioned interviewing for a job.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Again, good afternoon. Those at home, thanks for joining us. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Dixon?
Here.
Commissioner Weeding?
Here.
Commissioner Walsh?
Here.
Commissioner Michael? Mayor Lyons?
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, first up on the agenda is public comment. Anybody up for public comment? When you approach the mic, just state your name and your address. Any public comment today?
Yes, I'm Kay Dixon, 195 North Lincoln Street. I just want to give a comment to the police department. I was sitting there the other night about 9 o'clock at night, and doorbell rings, and Zach Mason said, "Hey, you left your trunk lit." So I go by earlier, and my battery was going to be dead the next day, and I just want to give him a shout out and say thanks for doing a good job. And I get up and put my shoes on, he closed it for me. All right, thank you.
All right. Is that Michael? Is that who?
Manos.
Oh, Zach Manos?
Manos.
Oh, Josh. All right, anybody else up for public comment? Okay, we'll move on to approval of minutes. I have a motion to approve the minutes for Tuesday, February 24th, regular scheduled meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Weeding?
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon?
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh?
Yes.
Mayor Lyons?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, reports by city officials. So, Denise, I don't know if you want to talk about this more, or?
You need a lot.
Oh, we have an Narcan box out in the hallway here.
Yeah.
Come from the coalition. So if we want to get that out, and get the word out that we have free Narcan, and we have a box out in the hallway at City Hall. Also too, Steve, if you want to talk about this, it might be in your report that we met with the digital sign guy. Again, one of the things we want to do is improve our entrances when we come into town. So we've been in communication with a digital sign company. And what they do is they come in and they will construct it. They'll do all the work with engineering of where they can place the sign on easements. And what they'll do is they'll sell screen time, and that pays for the actual sign itself. So there's no charge to the city. They'll give us free time too if we want to have certain advertisements, that certain messages that we want to spread. So we took them around town, showed them different ideas of where we'd like to have these signs placed. There are some challenging areas because of IDOT, but we're working with them and we're working with our engineers to find a spot where we can place these. Right now we have one solidified spot that we like. We're working on at least 2 more spots for these digital entrance signs. So,
Is one by Mastodon?
well, we're trying to do, that's a busy intersection with, it's an IDOT intersection and it is an IDOT easement. So it's gonna have to, we're working with Mastodon to maybe possibly put it on their property.
So the one across just east of there, that'll be gone eventually?
Yeah.
The old sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on somebody, well, it's on an easement, but it's on actually someone's property.
Okay.
So once we have a digital sign in place in that area, then we'll remove that sign.
Okay.
So just, so in the Mastodon, the last set of plans that they showed, we asked for an easement from Mastodon on that site for this particular project. And it has to be moved a little bit because IDOT is involved and all the chaos with IDOT. We're trying to move it back a little bit so we don't have to worry about IDOT, any permits with IDOT. Mastodon's been very receptive to us moving it back and potentially putting on their property versus on the IDOT right away, which would eliminate IDOT permits and the 18 and a half steps you have to go through to get stuff done.
I mean, that intersection's going to be widened eventually, I mean, they're gonna be doing work there.
Well, we're hoping, I mean, they're doing a phase 1 study right now for 113. We're hoping, and we sent correspondence to IDOT saying that you need to, when you do this design, you put a 4-way stop, you need to figure out that north intersection right there, move it over, whatever you have to do, but you gotta figure this out because it is unsafe and it is, I think somebody just gave me a report, how many accidents?
We had 11 injury crashes there last year.
In 1 year, we had 11 injury crashes.
It's a hot spot.
Yeah, so that will get forwarded to IDOT and let them know that this is a hot topic. You, IDOT, need to work with us to figure this out.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me, city, management consultant.
So there's a lot of things there highlighted in yellow. I'm just going to touch on 2 or 3 of them here. One, the mayor, police chief, and Sarah and myself, we took a tour to the nuclear plant, which was really, first time I've ever been in there. It was enlightening, it was impressive, it was everything that, the amount of professionalism, the welcoming, the technology, the way they run it, the safety procedures and precautions. It was just extremely impressive, and I don't know, Mayor, if you want to add, or Chief?
Yeah, no, it was a neat, that was my first time ever visiting the power plant, and they were very accommodating for us. They had a meeting scheduled up, they had an itinerary set up, and, the amount of security to get through the process,
It took you a half hour to get in.
Yeah.
Literally a half hour to get in, which is great, which was awesome, but it does take you a half hour to get in.
Yeah, so it was nice just to kind of, again, reach out to have a relationship with Constellation. Again, they were very welcoming, it was a good experience today. It was good. So if the rest of the board, if you guys ever want to take a tour, they just said, let us know, we'll set it up for you guys, if you guys ever wanted to take a tour. But it was good. Sarah, what are your thoughts on the tour today?
It was interesting. I just can't believe it. It's a well-maintained shift. Everything was clean, they were very organized and very professional. I was impressed.
Yeah.
And the redundancies, the things that they have, if this goes down, they got 12 things ready to go.
Very organized.
Very, very impressive. And a really cool fact that I thought was, and people don't know this, 50% of Illinois electricity right now is being generated by nuclear power. 50% of our power in the state of Illinois. And we have 6 power plants. I think we're the largest amount of power plants in any state in the union. Per capita, we have 6. So I thought I was amazed how much percentage.
Did they say where their power goes, where the generated power is sold to?
So they do sell it. A lot of it goes to Ohio, and a lot of it goes to Pennsylvania. Now, they didn't talk about that today, but we met with Constellation and ComEd, and they told us a lot of it gets sold. And that's a lot of the misnomers with regards to data centers. They're saying that, hey, a data center will raise electric prices. It's not, because the energy that they're sending out to Pennsylvania and to Ohio, they're just gonna keep it and put it back in Illinois. But because they have such an excess of megawatts or whatever they do, they're selling it out to Pennsylvania and to Ohio. And if these data centers start coming in, they're just gonna start pulling back on that sale and give it to the Illinois data centers, which I thought was very interesting. Blood drive, I'm stealing Josh's thunder here, but the blood drive is on March 19th, 2 to 6, here at City Hall. Josh, as always, does a great job of organizing and promoting that event. Decorative street signs, one of the mayor's initiatives. Mayor, you want to jump on that regarding decorative street signs and decorative stop signs along Main Street? We've had several meetings and.
Yeah, so the one thing we only talked about is about beautification and trying to improve the best we can to our ability is our Main Street. The one thing we want to do is kind of spruce it up with signs. So if you go into your Piatones, your Mantinos, your Beechers, some of your towns up north, they get the decorative poles like we do on our street lights here, and they use them for street signs. So instead of having 3 or 4 poles that are leaning at an intersection, we'll get a decorative pole with a stop sign with a bracket around it, and the street sign will go actually on top of the stop sign, and to clean those intersections up. To the council, I'll send you guys out emails and pictures of what they look like. We did build, I've worked with Liz and with Chris, and we did build it into the budget. So we're just gonna do Main Street, we're gonna start at Division and go down to Mitchell, and wherever we stop, start a street sign to clean up the intersections. So that's one of the things that we want to do to try to do something to get, to help out Main Street, the beautification. So, any questions?
And the last thing I have is secure truck lines. That is the trailer storage on 53. We are close. We are in the 8th inning of getting that final plan. We have met several occasions. We're phasing it, as I discussed in previous council meetings and In reports, phase one, we're almost to agreement on phase one of running the water line, the new berms, the new fencing, the new landscaping, the new brick at the entrance, asphalting certain areas. We're eighth inning, so we're almost there. So we are gonna bring this back before the council to get a formalized site plan. And I think there's a variance that we have to, again, fence, front yard fence variance, because we're asking for a fence on top of the berm. And so we have to come back with a front yard fence variance. But we'll be back with the council with a formal site plan and formal approvals on the phase one.
How is this berm with IDOT? Did that get worked out?
They have to move it. So the berm was put on IDOT property improperly, and they do have to move the berm back.
Where's that, Steve?
That's on 53, secure truck lines, 53, and
Highland's junkyard. This is down the corner.
Your division? Okay.
Yeah, it's the old entrance to Conrad. Right before the old entrance to Conrad.
Okay.
yeah, so that's the one that came in and presented nice, pretty plans to the council. Never got formal approval, and they just built, and they didn't build anything as per engineering emails and engineering approvals. No business license, so we said that we'd give them a temporary business license for 6 months, and we will revoke their license in business unless they begin building what they presented to council. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you.
Oh, and I have 2 motions. Thank you.
He's alone.
I'm on a roll, yes. First request is a motion to approve ordinance 2614, amending the code of ordinances for the city of Braidwood as it pertains to chapter 22, buildings and building regulations, chapter 38, fire prevention and protection, and chapter 54, manufactured homes and trailers. A motion, please, and Shelley did a great job of presenting the updated code.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Commissioner Weeding,
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon,
Yes.
Mayor Lyons,
Yes.
motion carries.
And the second item, request a motion to approve ordinance 2615, granting variances and approving a site plan for 225 North Hickory Street, Braidwood, Illinois. Pin number is there, that's Mr. DeRizio's self-storage.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Weeding,
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon,
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Mayor Lyons,
Yes.
motion carries.
You're good.
All right. City Clerk, you're up next.
I didn't prepare for this, but the only thing I wanted to say is that, to remind everybody that after April 1st, the yard waste cans will have to go back to yard waste instead of the garbage cans, the secondary garbage cans that you are using all winter. So on either Monday, April 6th, or Tuesday, April 7th, whatever your garbage day is, if there is any garbage in the yard waste can, they will not pick it up. So make sure that you don't have any more garbage in that can. It can only be yard waste now until the end of November. So I just wanted to remind everybody on that. And that's
We'll
all.
also put that on our social media and our city website.
Yep, absolutely. And that's all I have then.
What's the update on our city website? Has that been,
The website, it's getting there. I've been working on with the agenda minutes where it's still kind of in the training mode here, just trying to get through the quirks with the website. I have been updating stuff, into that portal. There's still a few things that need to get figured out, so we're hoping by the end of this month, even early April, that we might have our new website up and ready to go.
So there's an awful lot that goes into that, and Sarah's got an awful lot on her plate right now too. We have to tab everything, we have to navigate, we have to make sure it's user-friendly, to make sure if they go to planning and zoning, they get to the permit tab, or they get to the regulation tab, so there's a lot of navigation that has to be done. They give us the tabs, they give us the mechanism how to get there, but we have to populate it, right, and put it there, so that takes a lot of time and effort, so we're getting there.
all right. Thank you. Engineer. He is not here. Steve, do you have anything for the engineer?
Yes, request a motion to approve resolution 26-2 for construction on state highways. That's the maintenance agreement that we discussed at the county.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Commissioner Reading,
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon,
Yes.
Mayor Lyons,
Yes.
motion carries.
City Attorney.
I have an agenda item requesting a motion to approve ordinance 2616, authorizing the execution of an agreement between the city of Braidwood and property owners, and finding that the property located at 693 West Main is legal non-conforming. That is the Rusalati agreement that we talked about at count. So I need a motion to approve.
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon,
Yes.
Commissioner Reading,
Yes.
Mayor Lyons,
Yes.
motion carries.
And then the only other item is 585 West Main. We've talked about it before. That was a house that we were pursuing demolition on. We obtained a deed, judicial deed on Monday. I believe it was being recorded today, but for all intents and purposes, the city of Braidwood has control and ownership of that home. And soon we can talk about the next steps of demolition or sale. That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, reports by city commissioners, accounts of finance.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the bills, payment of bills in the amount of $265,911.65.
I'll second.
Okay, included in that is BNF Construction, plan reviews and inspections of $4,000. Doormasters Incorporated, the garage door install in the salt barn, which was $29,000. EJ Equipment, maintenance to vehicles, $7,600. Federated Bank car dealership loan, $13,200. Hawkins for chlorine and ferric chloride, $8,900. Mahoney Silverman legal fees, $7,000. Midwest Salt, coarse salt, $6,000. Local 150 insurance, $20,000. Omega Industry Supplies, $2,300. Robinson Engineering for project engineering is $71,000. RVI Master Park Plan, $3,500. Water Well Solutions, Well One Emergency Repairs, $10,200. And Whitley 2425 Audit Progress Billing of $18,600.
Liz, I just wanted to, the Federated Bank loan?
Yeah.
That's a monthly thing that
Yes.
gets reimbursed at the end of the year, correct?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
Until they open.
till they
Yes.
open, and then it's,
Yes. Okay, I just wanted to remind you before that.
Yeah.
Commissioner Dixon,
yes.
Commissioner Reading,
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Mayor Lyons,
Yes.
motion carries.
I'd like to make a motion to approve payroll in the amount of $96,628.70.
A second?
Commissioner Dixon,
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Commissioner Reading,
Yes.
Mayor Lyons,
Yes.
motion carries.
So, as I said in the cow, the audit's proceeding on schedule. We should be done by June 30th. We have to be done by June 30th, because that's what I told the state of Illinois. And we will be conducting weekly Zoom meetings with the auditors to make sure that to get up progress, updates, and proactively address any potential issues. Also, the water rate will be only 2% for the 26-27 budget, which will be reassessed in 27-28 instead of the regular 4%. Financial report is out. Sarah's gonna put it on the website. The general fund operated at $524,000 surplus. The city of Crestall governmental funds was recognized revenue of $6.36 million. The city of Crestall governmental funds has recognized expenditures of $5.23 million. And the overall net change in fund balance is a surplus of $1.16 million. Illinois funds bank balance from last month was $10,369,000. Deposits of $204,000, interest of $30,000 and some change, and it all adds up to $10.6 million. That's all I got.
All right, thank you. Streets and public improvements.
Yes, Mayor, the street signs you were talking about,
Yes.
you caught me chuckling a little bit, but you touched on it. They get, some of the intersections have 3 poles with street signs on there, so we're just trying to get rid of some of the clutter, but I'd also ask people, please don't run over them when they're installed, because these are a lot more expensive than a 4x4 piece of wood or a metal pole sticking up there. So, and also there was an old abandoned utility box on I-55 and Kennedy
Yeah,
Road,
it's been there
at
for
the
a-
entrance ramp.
Yeah.
It's gone. So,
That's good.
that was abandoned from back in the storm, I think. We had a storm years ago, and ComEd wouldn't claim it. I had independent contractors look at it. It was just a safety.
Did we finally go do it, or did I die?
No, we did.
Okay,
Our guys
it's
in
been
the
up,
street
yeah.
department. yeah.
Good.
It was just it was a hazard. It was laying there on its side. We didn't want any kids to try to climb in there, so that's gone. And also the zoo animals are shedding a little bit, their skin. I don't know if they have leprosy or what, but our guys have been adding foam to them,
Yeah,
and we're gonna paint them.
okay.
So just to make them, but from far away, they look okay, but you get close and it doesn't look very
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
So we're working on that too. That's all I had.
appreciate that. Yeah, they definitely need some love.
Oh, shit.
All right, Warren, public, buildings and property.
A lot tonight, I know that, talking with Rob and the crew, Steve, I think you're aware of this, I believe by next week, we should have it well up and running. They waited quite a while for that pump to be rebuilt, tested. So that project's moving forward. That's all I got tonight, man.
Okay.
And Warren, as you know, the guy's done a great job with that, right? A lot of challenges.
Yeah.
Every time you dig in, right, you open something up that's old, you know, it's like going to the doctor, right? You go into
It's
a
always
broken
a
finger
challenge,
and you
every
got
time
12
we
things
get
wrong.
around, and, George, you guys know better than anybody, you never know what you're gonna find until you go dig.
That's right.
And it's the same process, but it's a different problem, and they handle it very well.
All right, thank you. Hey, Bruce is not here for public health and safety. Chief, do you have any reports available today, or?
I've got Lewis's report, the police activity report for the last 2
Okay.
weeks. Total calls for service, 329, case reports, 26. 8 arrested, of the 8 arrested that resulted in 18 charges, 118 traffic stops, of which 27 received citations, 79 written warnings, 3 semi-truck violations, 18 P tickets of various nature, and we brought 10 more vehicles into compliance on private property, none by tow, all by compliance. And then last thing to note, Tuesday, as you know, we had the major storms coming in. We postponed the meeting to tonight. A couple hours before, I wanted to recognize our ESDA crew again. I know I recognized them in the fall. I want to do it again. Some of you may not realize what they do, for voluntarily what they do. A couple hours before the storm came through our area, they stood up our ESDA, our EOC at the fire department. And then through the storm, the first storm and in preparation for the second one that came this direction, they split time between monitoring and the EOC, and then 6 of them weather spotting. So when we're all moving our junk out of the garage to access our crawl space in preparation for the tornado, these volunteers are out west in town weather spotting. So I think it's important to recognize what they do on a regular basis that we sometimes take for granted. So appreciate our ESDA crew for that.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a great
Absolutely.
job. I mean, obviously, we appreciate you guys. You guys do a great job.
And
You
to
guys
add to
always
that,
have.
just to add to that, Mayor, real quick, I was telling you, we get reports from Josh at like 6 in the morning, right? Gale wind forces, bad storms, right? And he goes out to the council, everybody, it's,
They're out on Easy Street monitoring that storm
yeah.
hours before it comes, they're
Yeah.
on top of it all the time, Josh, well done.
So Josh, when do you sleep?
Yeah, I don't know when
That's
he
kind of what he's
sleeps.
getting at.
In his office, I always catch him in his office. He works hard all day and all night. That's it, Mayor.
All right, well, hey, thank you. And again, thank you, Josh, and to the rest of the ESDA members. You're appreciated. Okay. Planning and zoning.
We had a couple meetings, and all the items we had, Steve covered them very well.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is old business. Anybody have any discussion for old business? New business.
Yeah, Mayor, the business you were talking about, the berms down there on South 53 with the trailers,
Yeah,
I've had some complaints of residents along south of Main Street, on Division Street. They're using, the semi-trucks are using that route to get to that place. So I don't know, Chief, have you had problems with people going down that stretch of Division?
Yep.
Okay.
We have, the three that I wrote, that I mentioned, those three semi-truck violations are them.
Right there.
I picked one off last Sunday when I worked a Sunday shift. I picked one off, wrote them a ticket. I dealt with the same stuff in Shore where they follow their GPS. These are trained truck drivers. They just follow GPS rather than following the state truck route.
Right.
It's frustrating for the residents that live there. We'll continue to try to pick them off and reroute them. Months ago, one of our officers created color-coded map, easy to follow, provided 150 copies to the business, asked them to pass them out to his regular drivers that highlighted what routes to take and what routes not to take. Officer Lefkoe delivered that to them. I don't know if they distributed, how many they distributed, but we've been trying to educate them and enforce,
Right.
to try to get them off division.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Yeah, this street's starting to get a bit torn up, and we may have to put that on our list for, well, definitely put it on the list for projects within the next few years.
Yeah.
What street is that, Ben?
That is South Division, south of Kennedy. Yeah, because Main was done already, but yeah, that's right where 113 turns, but south of Kennedy is where the people are complaining.
Steve, the house is on the lake. I took you by there.
Oh, yeah,
We had a brief
yeah,
discussion
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
And we were gonna maybe even try to put it into developmental agreement.
Yeah, okay.
And that he spreads the word, that we make that part of the agreement, that there's no truck traffic on that road. I didn't realize that one of your officers did that too. That's a great idea.
Yes, you did a few months ago.
Are there no truck signs there, do you know, Chief? I don't remember.
There are no truck signs. Every route they take to get there, they pass a no truck sign or a weight limit sign.
Okay.
And the first section, between Main and Kennedy, that was repaved about over a year ago. So, of course, it's nice and smooth there, but I don't think it's meant for truck traffic. It's not reinforced for that kind of weight. Thank you, that's all.
All right, thank you. Anybody else have anything for new business? This meeting, okay. Anybody have anything for executive session? Is there a motion to go into executive session? Okay, no. The next city council meeting will be Tuesday, March 24th at 7 p.m. The next committee of the whole meeting will be Tuesday, April 14th at 6:30. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Weeding,
Yes.
Commissioner Walsh,
Yes.
Commissioner Dixon,
Yes.
Mayor Lyons,
Yes.
we have adjourned.
Alrighty. Good night. How big was that container?